All right, we're back here at Midland Valley High School, where right now the Strom Thurmond Rebels lead the way 21-8. As the teams are getting ready to kick things off here, let's go down on the field with an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Savannah has the Midland Valley coach, Andrew Jenkins.
That's right, AB, I do. Now, Coach Jenkins, I talked to Coach Hillary earlier, and he said that you have got a scrappy group of guys that are coming back at them at every chance. What do you think about that? What do you think about that first half?
Really proud of our effort. Our execution on offense is very poor. Defensively, we've done some really good things, but we've just got to limit their big plays. They've got some very athletic young men over there. We've just got to keep fighting and keep scratching and keep clawing, and that's what this group does every game.
And what'd you tell them in the half to keep them doing that?
That I love them, and I'm proud of them.
Wonderful, Coach. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot, Savannah. Thanks, Coach. And, yeah, I think some good things in the future here with him. Like I said, great offensive mind, and the fans love that guy that can put some points on the board. Last year, Seneca made it all the way to the state championship game. They averaged 46 points a game. He's a former lineman, and at Presbyterian was a 3-year starter for the Blue Hose there, and obviously he knows some offense.
Yeah, and he's got some excitement built around this program. You know, Coach Knight did a great job with this program, really got the community involved, and did a good job with this Midland Valley program. And you know, the new coaching staff wants to continue and push and you know, just improve. They got a good young team. So the future's bright for Midland Valley football.
Hey, real quick, I got to get this in. I keep getting these messages. Of course, Georgia plays at Notre Dame this weekend. And for all you Georgia fans, you're going to love this. At Wrigley Field tonight, not only did they do the Georgia chant before the game, but just a moment ago, they had the tomahawk chop going in Wrigley Field, all the Georgia fans, and the Cubs players and fans were furious. But it looks like UGA is taking over Wrigley Field tonight. Of course, about an hour and a half Chicago is from South Bend for the game on Saturday. Here we go, second half underway, and here's Sheehan with another great return. Will Sheehan looking to get to the sidelines, and Sheehan is going to be inside the Strom Thurmond 40. Big return for Midland Valley.
Well, I think that might be the last time you see Coach Hillary in the kicking game for Strom Thurmond kick it to Sheehan. He's run them every time they've kicked it to him. So, you know, a good job by the Midland Valley special teams and Sheehan on the returns.
Yeah, nothing real fancy about it. He just kind of found a hole up the middle and took off. And this time he was able to get inside the 40 before he was brought down. And what I love is that even at the end of the play, way down the field, Raekwon Jackson trying to throw blocks for him.
You know, that's kind of what we talked about, Midland Valley getting the ball here first of the second half, and if they can put together a drive and get back on the board, then we got us a ball game.
Absolutely. And so in this situation last time on the long return, and they threw an interception down by the end zone, down by the goal line. First down, not a whole lot of running room there. Midland Valley trailing at home, but they're knocking on the door here. And in just a moment, we got a special guest, one of our good friends from McDonald's. Familiar name, familiar face, although a little more hair on the face this time. We'll be talking with Tom Powers here in just a moment from McDonald's. Tom and Pam Powers, two of our local owner-operators in the area. We'll see what Midland Valley does. As you see, Coach Jenkins teaching. That's what these coaches are, teachers out on the field. And Tanner White going to throw it. Quick hitter there, and it's caught. Midland Valley inside the 20. They are in the Augusta Technical College red zone.
Oh, that's a great play call. I saw the Strom Thurmond defense was stacking the box. They were coming hard. They were going to have a blitz come up the middle, and you know that quick slant. The second time we've seen that quick slant that Tanner White throws, and he hit him on the money for another big play.
Well, in the first half, stats from Nathan Edwards, it was the yards closer than you would think, 154 to 107 in favor of Strom Thurmond. Tell you what, the yardage is pretty much almost even now as Midland Valley. Another throw up the middle to Sheehan, who's having himself a ball game, and they're inside the 10. Midland Valley has taken the momentum here, Coach.
Yeah, and they found something with this little slant route.
Yeah.
That's back-to-back slant plays, and, you know, Tanner White throws that ball. It's a big catchable ball where the receivers catch it on the run, and you know, Midland Valley's taking advantage of something they've seen with the Thurmond defense.
Well, he's over 100 yards passing tonight. And this time they run the little misdirection with Sheehan. He caught the snap instead of the quarterback. A lot of the fans wanted a horse collar tackle, and so did Coach Jenkins. The tackle was made by number 12. That's Justin Williams, the sophomore linebacker. There you see Midland Valley coaches not happy. We've got a player. Uh-oh, and this could be a big blow. We got a player injured, and that's Trey Moore. Let's see what happened. Yeah, Trey Moore injured on the play. And it was not a horse collar. He got his jersey. So we have the luxury of replay, though, Coach.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier up here in the box.
And a little bit of a delay. And here we go, Midland Valley with Tanner White at quarterback. They are 2nd and goal to go here. They're at the 10. Man in motion. White handed off up the middle, nowhere to go, and stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Midland Valley hasn't had a whole lot of success running the ball.
Yeah, just 25 rushing yards in the first half. It's kind of flip-flop. They had a lot of passing yards, 82, and 25 rushing. And for Strom Thurmond, 19 passing and 135 rushing. No turnovers was the big key. I mean, if the turnovers are even, who knows where this game is? 2 turnovers by Midland Valley. The clock, the time of possession, almost identical, within 8 seconds of one another. Field position, starting average, almost the same. Penalties, almost the same. We got a close ball game. The 2 turnovers, the difference. This time White keeps it, rolling, looking, throws, end zone. It is incomplete. So it is 4th down. Midland Valley, what do they do here? They've got a good kicker. Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, it looks like they're going to try to take the 3 here and get back within 10.
It's so tough as a coach. It would be so hard for me not to go for it in all these situations, but probably the smart play is to get the 3 points.
Yeah, I think if they were a little closer to the goal line, they'd think about going for it. But being on the 10 and needing 10 yards is going to be tough. Right now they don't have enough players on the field.
Uh-oh, that's tough. It's our GMC Kicks for College, Georgia Military College's Kicks for College. And they're going to have to call a timeout. While they do, let's keep it right here. We've got a special guest with us, our good friend Tom Powers from McDonald's, one of our owner-operators. Well, how you doing, buddy?
Great. What a great night for football.
I tell you got the beard going. Looking good.
Did a little fishing trip.
I was going to say, before we talk McDonald's, I got to ask you about the trip. So you went to Canada and did a little fishing?
Yeah, Canada, a little fishing, didn't shave, so come back and ain't shaved since. They lost my luggage, so I tell people they lost my razor.
There you go. There you go. Well,
Come back to Atlanta.
Absolutely. We appreciate you being here. Always good having you guys, and such a great marriage with what WJBF's trying to do, and, of course, you guys helping make it possible. Talk about your relationship with McDonald's. We've heard the story. I know you've been with them for a long time.
Started out as a kid in high school playing football, working part-time.
Yeah.
Worked my way up till now we got the stores here in Aiken and Edgefield. You know,
and still, and that's what you've got. You got a lot of the high school kids working in the stores. We talk about that a lot.
We love it. McDonald's and all the schools in the CSRA supporting all the athletics and academics. We love it.
And we got that new signature sriracha as well.
Oh, yes. That's very good. If you like the hot, spicy barbecue, you love the sriracha.
Absolutely.
And we got the new drinks. I see. I ain't gonna get these right. The cappuccino, the Americana, and the macchiato.
There you go. That's right. There you go. Well, you've also got the Minute Maid freezes.
Oh yeah, slushies.
Slushies. That's right, man. I had one of those the other night. Those are terrific.
They're very
Absolutely.
good. Well, we appreciate everything y'all do for these schools and football, getting it out so everybody can see it. They can't make the game. Hey, you guys do a great job.
And it's great. And it all culminates, of course, with the big Border Bowl. And I know you guys.
What great games we've had there.
For a great cause, the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Augusta. And like I said, it wouldn't be possible without you guys, you and Pam, and all of the local owner-operators and all of our – we've even had interviews with some of the workers, some of the shift managers and stuff, and it's great to have those folks out.
And thanks to WJBF, and you guys do a great job.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it very much. And that's Tom Powers with McDonald's as we come back. And unfortunately, the field goal was good for Midland Valley. So, and I'm sitting here talking away about Canadian fishing trips, and Midland Valley's kicking a field goal. But they get it right. They get it right in the center. It's 21-11. The lead is 10. And let's give that kicker credit. I believe it was this number 80 for Midland Valley who does the kicking. And that is Parker Welsh. And he's only a sophomore. And he's the punter as well. We heard from him during halftime.
It was a 27-yard field goal. He put it right through the uprights. It was a good snap, good hold, good kick.
Well, at that punting camp, he mentioned he finished second among underclassmen at the camp. And this time, the punt mishandled by Halston. And I tell you, this momentum, look, even 21-11 is going to surprise some folks. But right now, Midland Valley's got all the momentum, Coach.
They do, and they got a good thing going. They just got to keep it up here.
Individual stats from the first half. And for Midland Valley, just 5 of 14 passing, but 82 yards for the quarterback, Tanner White, and a touchdown. 3 catches for 65 yards for Will Sheehan, who's having a great night. Also had a 4th catch in this second half already. He had a score. And for Strom Thurmond, the big gun was Jaquan Edwards. 12 carries, 96 yards in the first half. And the quarterback, Jaquan Harris, who's in there now, 3 of 5 passing in the first half for 19 yards. And he hands it off to Edwards, who is going to be just shy of 100 yards on the night after that carry. And some scores from around the area. Harlem is on the board finally in their game with Greenbrier. It's 27-7. Burke County leads Lakeside 14-zip. Evans over Glen Hills 42-6. Also, big game between Jefferson County and Washington Wilkes. It's 22-18 at halftime. Elsewhere in Georgia, 14-14, Washington County and Baldwin. Butler leads Hepzibah 6-zip. ARC, as there's a look at this run here. That's Holloway, I believe, on the carry. Dante Holloway. And Holloway carries it up near midfield, Coach. A little bit of burst of speed there, a change of pace. Running back, perhaps, for Strom Thurmond. ARC, we mentioned, up 12-0 at halftime. And then Cross Creek leads Westside 14-6. We'll get some South Carolina scores in a moment. And, of course, all the highlights from all of the games. No place better to go than WJBF for Football Friday night at 11:35. Here's Edwards. Oh, nice fake. Edwards with a beautiful fake to the outside. We think of him as a power back, but nifty move that time, Coach.
Yeah, he's getting yards at will. Midland Valley's going to have to find a way the second half to slow him down. He's averaging a little over 8 yards a carry, and, they're giving it to him, and they're not even having to worry about a passing game. Or the line is doing a great job opening up huge holes, and he's just plowing his way through them.
Well, man in motion, and they're going to give it to him. And, oh, nice play. That is Jackson, Raquan Jackson. He's not the biggest guy out there, but, man, did he come through quick. And he just took the legs out from the ball carrier. Watch this tackle, Coach. Just a beautiful play by the corner. Fought past the block and made a play.
Well, the Valleys keeps having some success when they're coming off the edge, when they're bringing blitzes off the edge, and they bring another safety blitz off the edge, and Strom Thurmond's having a hard time blocking them when they're coming off that edge like that.
There's a penalty call on the field.
Illegal shift on the offense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
So the penalty declined by Midland Valley on the illegal shift. Our crew tonight hadn't had a lot to do, just 6 penalties in the whole first half. Those all came in the second quarter. And give Midland Valley credit. They are taking on an offense that's averaging 36 a game. Right now they've held them somewhat in check, only 7 points since the first quarter. Here's Harris. And they go to Edwards. And Edwards trying to get to the outside, but he can't. And that's a nice play by Mike Robinson, a sophomore. Oh, check that. That's number 6 from Midland Valley. That is Desmond Curry, a junior. A lot of Currys over here in this North Augusta, Midland Valley area.
That's another big third down play with Midland Valley. You can expect them to bring some pressure, probably off the outside edge, get some pressure on the quarterback here.
Well, 3rd and long, 3rd and 16. The Mustangs hang it in there. And Harris going to roll out. And he has time. He throws, and it's short. Going to bring up 4th down. That's the one thing they're missing with Edwards. He has not been on tonight throwing the football. And coming into tonight, he'd been pretty good, 15 of 26 for 180 yards and a score. But, again, he's a 10th grader taking over for one of the area's best quarterbacks last year, Tyrese Nick. So Strom Thurmond on 4th and 16 is going to punt it away with Lawson Reel. And Midland Valley will get it back, only down 10 midway through the 3rd quarter. Let's see if Reel tries to angle it away from the return man. It's Jackson back deep. And the snap is good. And Reel's punt nearly blocked, but he gets it away. And he does angle it to the sidelines, and it'll bounce out at the 16-yard line. So Midland Valley will take over at the 16.
Well, Midland Valley did what they needed to do. They played defense and got the ball back. They need to put together a drive here with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter and get a score out of this down
absolutely.
by 10.
Well, looking at, you know, you want to be, you're proud of yourself and you're proud of, but look, those kind of victories only go so far. You want to actually finish the job, and Coach Jenkins could care less about a moral win tonight.
Oh, definitely. Midland Valley's playing well, and you know, those kids are expecting to come out of this with a victory. So they keep fighting. Things are looking up for them.
So here we go, and a handoff nowhere to go. The defensive front by Strom was ready there. Look, you got to mix some runs in. That's what they're trying to do. Obviously, they haven't had much success. There's Trey Moore, who obviously is okay. And one of the players being tended to there. Getting scoring updates. I mentioned we give you some South Carolina scores. North Augusta, your alma mater, looking good, Coach. 34-7 up on those Lexington folks. And that's always been a big rivalry, I know. So North Augusta pretty happy tonight. They've got a trio of weapons on offense. Landon Washington, quarterback, the running back, and the speedy receiver that they got, DeJuan Bell. And those guys, Darius Gibson, the running back, they're awfully tough to deal with, that North Augusta offense.
Yeah, and they're actually playing defense well this year too. So you know, North Augusta's got a lot of talent, and you know, expect to go far. I think I heard last time they were ranked 5th in the state of South Carolina in their class. So you know, they got a strong program and expect to make some noise in the playoffs. Another
strong team over there is South Aiken, and they lead tonight over Westside out of South Carolina, 21-0. Blackville Huddle leads McCormick 14-6. Clinton over Aiken, 33-7. Those are some of your scores from around the area. Thanks to Nathan Edwards, putting in a lot of work tonight. Timeout Midland Valley. That's a Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout. We'll take it with them. Strom Thurmond leads, but Midland Valley hanging in there here on WJBF Sports Game Night Live. We'll be back with more high school football action after this. Ashley Brown, Chris Hughes, Nathan Edwards, and Savannah Strom, and our entire WJBF crew bringing you a high school football coverage. Right now, Strom Thurmond leads Midland Valley. It is 21-11 late in the third. Tanner White, and I like that. He looked for his, hey, Coach, Tanner White looked off one receiver, and that's what made that play work.
Yeah, that was a great read by Tanner White. He was looking for the little dump pass, but Strom Thurmond had that covered, so he threw the slant again, and what a great catch.
Yeah, that was what you saw it there. He faked it to one, and man, what a beautiful catch.
Jacoby Sapp.
Yeah,
Jacoby Sapp made a great play.
They're going to throw it again. That's that slant. It's working. He's going to be. I tell you what, that Starling's the sophomore. He's a good-looking sophomore. And Midland Valley on the move. They found something that's working. Might as well keep doing it until Strom Thurmond decides to stop you.
Yeah, Strom Thurmond's going to have to switch up because Midland Valley's having success these last 2 drives with that slant.
They throw it again. It's caught again.
That's another catch by Sapp. He's been huge on this drive, and it's another good catch by him.
Tanner White getting into a groove here. And Midland Valley, keep in mind, last year this was a 56-7 game, and Midland Valley graduated a lot of good players, and these kids have come in here and fought their tails off.
Well, you have a Strom Thurmond team that's averaging about 40 points a game on offense, and a Midland Valley team that's giving up about 45 on defense. So the best way to combat that is to keep Strom Thurmond's offense off the field.
They're throwing downfield. He's got a man. It's caught. Bobbled and caught. Bobbled and caught by Sapp inside the 20. And, hey, Tanner White now is 11 of 21 for over 160 yards passing. And they are in the Augusta Technical College red zone.
Oh, what a throw. He dropped it right in there, and Strom Thurmond's going to call a timeout, try to regroup here on defense.
Coach Jenkins is as fired up as his team. And we'll take a quick break with them. An Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout on the field. Back with more. Midland Valley trying to make a move here. And we are back with the Mustangs knocking on the door. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And Tanner White going to keep it. He faked the throw to the outside. Throw to the end zone. He's got a man wide open. Oh, and that's going to be pass interference. That is going to be pass interference. Will Sheehan almost had his 2nd touchdown catch The defender was sort of face guarding and really didn't know where the ball was.
Well, it was a double move by Sheehan, and he had lost the defender, and the defender had no choice but to pass interference there, or we had another Sheehan touchdown.
That's sophomore Mike Robinson. And again, they did a little fake to the out. And I tell you, this quarterback, Tanner White, having himself a ball game tonight. Nobody, when you talked about the top quarterbacks in the area coming into the season, Tanner White's name wasn't mentioned at all. And I tell you, he's impressed me tonight. Tough, hard-nosed.
Defensive pass interference.
And he's doing this against a really good, strong defense that can fly around.
First down.
And make plays. So
that came in here tonight with a lot of swagger based on history. I mean, they've had, beaten Midland Valley every time they played them just about, and 9-0 I know in the last 9 seasons. So 1st and 1. Yeah, there we go. You're right. So 1st and 1 from inside the 10. White's going to keep it, so it's 1st and goal now. Or let's see, he's going to have the first down. And, the Midland Valley players didn't like that. Oh, no, gosh, why do something silly? Can't do that. Tanner White might have got roughed up a little after the play, but you can't get up and do that. I don't know if – I don't see any flags. He got away with it there. I get being upset, but you got to keep your head. Matter of fact, we saw this happen to the other team last year. Strom Thurmond against North Augusta late in the game. Trey Moore, who had played incredible, had kind of a silly penalty taunting at the end of the game, and it really hurt him. And now I get it. He's upset, but after the play, you can't get up and do anything. That's when the officials see it. And I think Tanner White might have got away with it there. Chris McCarthy, our producer, saying he got pulled down by his hair. They might be trying to pull out that hair. Maybe that's his strength. Nathan said, Samson, leave the hair alone, bro. I might grow mine out. Hey, I'm going to grow mine out. So in 6 years from now, y'all check in with me, and I'll have it that long.
It's 1st and goal.
Tanner White slant. He had the linebacker coming over, but he threw it high enough where really only his receiver could get to it, but it was a little overthrown.
Well, they tried to go to that slant route one more time, and Thurmond had that one covered up pretty good. Yeah,
not only did they have the defensive back, they had the linebacker dropping back a little late, but he got back there. So Midland Valley. And Tanner White, 2nd and goal. You kind of like his chances with 2 more goes at it, the way he's been going on this drive.
I would look for Sheehan coming in motion.
They do give it to Sheehan. He's got a blocker. Sheehan on the move inside the 5. He dives. He's just short. He is just short. Well, they call him out at the 3. That I don't get, because if you stretch and you're over the goal, it's a touchdown. But if you stretch all the way to the 1, and they called him down at the 3. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 3-yard line. Yeah, not necessarily the best spot for Midland Valley there. They're going to go power, and that did not work. The ball is loose. It looks like the quarterback got it back. Savannah Strom right down there, and she immediately said, no, he still got it. So good eyes there from Savannah.
Well, they tried to quick huddle them and come out in a power set, and Thurmond wouldn't have nothing to do with it. I mean, Thurman's been dominating the line of scrimmage.
I was going to say, I don't know that that's Midland Valley's strength. I like the idea behind it. But, again, based on the 2 teams, I don't know that that's their strength. I would have much rather liked the idea of giving him another chance. Yeah, giving the quarterback another chance. They're going to kick another field goal here with their place kicker who came on earlier, Parker Welsh, the sophomore. Our GMC Kicks for College. All of our kicks all year sponsored by GMC, and that kick is up, and that kick is good. 21-16, the Mustangs hanging around.
Yeah, they're back within 1 score, and making a ball game out of this. So Midland Valley needed points, and they got points on the board. So we're down to a 1-score game.
Yeah, you're looking at a 21-14 game, and you're thinking, okay, a couple of touchdowns. No, 1 touchdown, 2 field goals, and a safety.
Yeah, if they didn't lose yardage there, it would have been interesting to see if they would have went for it from the 2 or took the 3 points. But losing the yardage on the play prior, they had to take the 3 points.
Well, you think about this, if you're Midland Valley, you've got 2 interceptions. One that Strom Thurmond turned into a touchdown. The other one was down near the goal line. But if you're Strom Thurmond, you're saying, yeah, but we also had a kick return called back. And so It's easy to play that game on both sides.
This has been a well-played game by both teams.
Yeah.
Both teams are playing well, playing hard.
I got to admit, I did not anticipate it being this tight based on last year and based on who graduated. Even though Strom Thurmond lost Nick, I knew they had Edwards back. I knew they had Tyreek Williams. I knew they had Trey Moore. And Midland Valley losing DJ Boyd from last year and Daniel Carr from the year before. And that one's going to go out of bounds, so flags will come out. And now ARC, your former school where you coached, starting to stretch that lead over Josie. It's 25-0.
This is a really good weekend for football. You got some really good high school football matchups in the area.
And then you got
tomorrow,
some great college games.
Great college games.
Ohio State, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Georgia.
Yep. Clemson, Auburn.
Yeah, Clemson, Auburn. And then in the NFL, week 1. And, gosh, last night, Kansas City coming out. We play a little eliminator pool, and 31 teams eliminated last night who took New England. And the rookie running back, Kareem Hunt, another player out of the MAC coming into the NFL getting it done. He had a huge game last night. Here's Edwards up the middle, broke to the outside, and he's tackled. Number 25 for Midland Valley. That's Perry. Got a hand on his foot and tripped him up. There's Devontae Perry.
Edwards has got another 8 yards, and that's about what he's been averaging on per carry tonight. So he's just getting huge chunks every time he touches the ball.
I know one thing. The quarterback, Tanner White, Will Sheehan have done a great job for Midland Valley's offense. Tyrese Washington on defense. And for Strom, Jaquan Edwards has been the star in that offensive line. And there he gets the first down on his second effort. And now 129 yards rushing for Jaquan Edwards. He came into the game averaging right at 155.
He's right on pace still in the third quarter, over 120. So, I would imagine with the lead and with the yards he's turning out, you just keep giving him the ball and riding him.
Well, it's so tough, though, now. It's a one-possession game, and we've seen crazy plays with the safety. We saw the sack for the fumble. And they hand it to Halston, the speed back, and he almost broke it. Nice tackle by Raekwon Jackson, excuse me.
This Strom Thurmond offensive line is just so physical.
Is this where you point out, Coach, individual players, your seniors, your leaders, and say, guys, we need to play, like the defensive guys from Midland Valley, we need to play. We need somebody to get the ball. Let's get a turnover here.
Yeah, and
is that what you're doing?
Yeah, and it's tough because Midland Valley is a young team.
Yeah.
They have some senior leaders on defense, and they have some good defensive players that are making plays. But right here, you just got to have somebody step up because, Thurmond is taking control of the game with their offensive line.
Here's Edwards looking for room. A little bit of a stutter step in the hole there, Le'Veon Bell type move, but Midland Valley was able to make the stop. And I tell you, impressive performance. Not to take anything away from Strom Thurmond, they're great and they're leading the game. But Midland Valley has really fought tonight. This was 14-0 in the first quarter. They have outscored Strom Thurmond 14-7 since that point. Well, that's the end of the third. We will take a timeout. It is 21-14 Strom Thurmond. The Rebels lead it, but Midland Valley has certainly made a game of it. We're back with the fourth quarter on WJBF Sports Game Night Live in just a moment.